everyone, this video is going to be about relationships at uni. So this was another video recommendation that I got on Instagram, and I thought it would actually be more interesting if I asked different people from uni their idea of relationships, their experiences, their views, and then some advice. And I was actually so surprised with the response. I got so many different responses when it came to relationships. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, I'm talking about all types of relationships. So like, you know, flatmates, friendship, dating, couples, all of those when it comes to uni is literally here. I got so many responses to the point where I'm even thinking whether I should do a video or part 2 or just, I don't know. I'm thinking to try and get through most of it, and then if there's still more, then I'll do a part 2. But yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna do it in categories. I feel like it would be a lot easier that way. So the first category is dating. So someone said, do not force relationships, whatever will be, will be. Honestly, whatever happens, happens. I think I even mentioned that in my last video about anxiety at uni. If it's meant to be, it will be. Do not try and force something that is obviously not meant to fit. Okay, the next point is find a uni wife. Okay, so the next point is don't come to uni looking for a man. See, that is so funny because the person before you wanted to come with this whole find a uni wife energy, and I wasn't here for it. But yes, don't come to uni looking for a man. Obviously, again, if it happens, it happens, but that should not be the reason why you're going to university. I'm so sorry. Don't rush to be in a relationship because of loneliness. I like that one because people don't often talk about loneliness, and sometimes people tend to rush into a relationship because it's lonely. You know, sometimes people move from a household where they're filled with, you know, it's filled with so many different people, family members, whatever background you're from, and then you come to uni and you're now living independently. It can get really lonely. So, you know, it can be tempting to just jump into a relationship. You have someone in your space, someone to spend time with, but a relationship is not that simple, right? Okay, so someone said, calm down when you get to uni. Some people experience freedom for the first time and go mad. No, because this is actually true, and it's true. You see it all the time, you know, when some people experience freedom for the first time, some people, you know, get a bit excited, and I would definitely say, you know, remain calm. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the couples points. Okay, so someone said, my relationship has never been better, but that's because going to the same uni made it easier, and we have been together 3 years. And then they go on to say, I would say it's hard when they go out because I know some people will have an interest in them, but trusting your partner really helps. See, I'm single, but I can imagine if you are in a relationship, it must be really difficult. Like if, say, like the guys go with the guys and the girls go out with the girls, and it's like you don't really know like what's going on. I can imagine that it must be really difficult because, you know, if you don't have that trust in your partner, you can feel that sense of like uncertainty about like what's gonna happen, like what they're gonna get up to. But at the end of the day, you know, if you've been in a relationship, you know, the person in this instance has been in a relationship for 3 years, so they've built that level of trust. But if, for example, you've just got into a relationship at uni, it's worth building that trust. So yeah, I do agree. I feel like trust is really important in a romantic relationship. In fact, trust is important in all relationships. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so someone else said, couples have a life outside of the relationship. I agree, and it can be difficult because obviously you're so consumed in a relationship that it seems like that should be the center of what you do. But at the end of the day, like, you know, keep doing your hobbies, keep doing your sports, keep seeing your friends. You know, you don't want to get so like involved in a relationship to the point where like you just forget about life outside of your relationship. I really do agree with this person. Okay, so let's move on to the friendship part. So I think it's so weird because a lot of the friendship section was actually given by voice notes, and because I'm using my phone at the moment, I was like, let me just write out what they said in the voice note. So someone said in a voice note, don't feel like you have to stick to a group to feel accepted at uni. Like, so many people feel that at uni, in fact, it's like this at, you know, sixth form, secondary school. Sometimes you feel like you have to stick to a group to almost feel like you belong somewhere. And in a way, it kind of is true. Like, you know, that's why things like communities, societies, sports groups, all of that exist, so that you feel like you belong to something. But at the same time, you shouldn't feel like you have to be in a group, or you have to be stuck with friends or be with the same people to feel like you belong. So yeah, I agree with that person. Another voice note said, don't let the pressure of your friends become your lifestyle or norm. People will come in with facts, because this is also very true. You know, you see it a lot at university. It can be in the form of so many different things. It could be eating habits, sleeping patterns, it could be alcohol, it could be substances, like so many different things may apply to this. But you know, something that starts off as like being a social thing where you do it with your friends, or your friends are like, oh, like you should, you know, you should try that, or you should do this, or maybe we should do this. Something that starts off that way ends up almost becoming a norm, and you kind of get used to it, and then you feel like it's normal. But yeah, no, I agree with that. You know, don't let it become a lifestyle. Another person said, oh, this was a voice note as well. So someone said, first term, I was so overwhelmed with stuff that I didn't make much of an effort or time to make friends. I think it's important to make an effort. It's so true. You know, sometimes when you're at uni and you have so much work, so much lectures, I'm guilty of this sometimes, where it's like I've got so much going on, where sometimes it can just be difficult to go out and, you know, spend time with people because you're just so engulfed in like what you need to do. But definitely put the effort into your friendships. The same way if you was in a romantic relationship, you'd put effort into the relationship. Is the same thing when it comes to friendship. You know, put the effort in, make sure you check up on your friends. There. The next one is also a voice note. Do not set the expectation that the people you meet at uni will instantly be your best friend. In some cases they are, but in some cases it may be your college friends or friends made before uni. So keep your friends from back home. It's very true. I think a lot of people, once they get to uni, they forget. Okay, not so much forget, because you remember what it's like. You don't really put in the effort as much when it comes to your friends back home, but please do, because you know, you don't know. Sometimes it could actually be the friends that you make before uni that remain your closest friends. And I try to make this effort as well whenever I'm in Nottingham, to always make sure that I'm constantly in contact with my friends from London as well. So I feel like that's very important. See, you guys are coming with the facts. You coming with the facts. Okay, again, this links to the last one. Not everyone is your friend. And another friendship one. Having course friends was a lifesaver when it came to helping each other with work and studying for exams. Couldn't get through some of the modules if it wasn't for them. Shout out to my course friends as well, because it's true. Your course friends will really help you through some of the most difficult times. If it wasn't for some of my course friends, I would still be stuck on the first term of last year. So I would definitely say, yeah, like form course friends. If you don't know anyone on your course, please try and find a way. You know, one of my closest friends now at uni, I actually met them through Teams. Yeah, we were struggling. This was like during COVID time, so we didn't actually know what our course mates looked like. So in a way, like, you know, if people were able to form friendships through Teams during the pandemic, see if you can start a conversation with someone who you feel like you may get along with, because you never know. This actually links on to the next voice note that someone said. They said, if you see someone that you want to speak to, just speak to them. As much as uni is about education, there is a social element, so build your confidence and social skills even for life past uni. That one, because I feel like so many people get so nervous about approaching people. You don't know what the person's gonna say, you don't know how the person's gonna react, but at the same time it's like, this is a life skill. This is something you're gonna have to use once you leave uni. So if you start doing it from now, you've got a head start. I will never forget the fact that one of my friends that I met her on the street, and every time someone says like, how did you meet, I say I met her on the street, because that's literally what happened during freshers. We were just walking at opposite ends of the road, then we just started a conversation, and now we're still very good friends. So you know, you never know what might happen from just a conversation. Okay, so moving on to the housemates and flatmates. Someone said, a tidy house or flat is a tidy mind. Would. Honestly, I can't even stress it enough, and like, having a clean environment is very important, not just for the physical aspect of it, you know, the fact that it just looks cleaner, but also mentally. Like, it's so much better for the mind to have a clear space. You can concentrate better, you can do your work better, you just feel more comfortable in your space. And honestly, I agree, like I couldn't agree more. Okay, and then I have some general points. I'm so glad I was able to actually get through these, because I really thought I wasn't going to, but I'm really glad I did. Okay, so some general points are, do not let people ruin your uni experience. People will say things like, oh, that person ruined my uni experience. Don't give people the power to even ruin your uni experience. You do not want to get to an older age where you have kids and they say, so mummy, daddy, how was uni? And then now you're talking about some girl who you probably don't even talk to anymore, some guy that ruined your uni. Listen now, don't let people have that much power over your uni experience. Your uni experience is what you make it. Do not give it the power to ruin your whole 3-year, 4-year university experience. Next one. Someone said, prioritize yourself and don't let yourself go. This whole don't let yourself go, it spoke to me. In fact, it shouted at me, and that's why I said to myself, you know what, like this year I'm gonna start going gym. I have started going gym, funnily enough. Like, I've started to read and like actually invest in myself, and I feel like it's just really important to do so. And that goes for all aspects, not just physical, also spiritual. If you're a person of faith, make sure that you are, you know, doing the things that you usually do, whether that's praying, whether that's reading your holy book, whether that's a faith community. Do what you need to do. Another general point, try to join events or sports to meet your type of people. Meeting your type of people. This is so true, because people often wonder like, how is it you can go to uni and there's all these people and you still don't meet your people? It's actually very easy to go to university and not meet your people, because if you're not looking in the right places, you're not going to meet them. So if you know you're a sport person and you're not going to any sports events, you're not going gym, you probably won't meet your sports people. You're a person of a certain culture and you're not going to cultural things, or you're not going to places where there's a lot of cultural people, then you may not come across cultural people. So I agree with that. Create balance between seeing your friends, your partner, and time for yourself. I agree. Even though I don't have a partner, we'll just go with the friends and myself. But I agree, like, you need balance. You can't just spend too much time by yourself, but at the same time you can't spend too much time with other people. Okay, another general point, someone said, remember you are a uni student, so money isn't always plentiful, so appreciate the small things. I really love this one, because I feel like not a lot of people do think this way. I think people always expect the most out of people, especially when it comes to materialistic things. And it's true, like, we're uni students, so sometimes money isn't always plentiful, and even if it is plentiful, still save it. You know, you're at that age where, you know, you have other things that you should really be thinking about saving for. I feel like appreciate the small things. You know, if your friend buys you a drink, or if they give you a small gift, or if they spend time with you doing something that you love, like I agree. I think this is a really nice point actually. And then I feel like this is the final point I'm gonna go through. Actually no, I'll do this one and then I'll do one more. So the next one is, don't take everything people say at face value. I think I covered this in my last video about anxiety at uni. There are two things you need, which is wisdom and intuition when it comes to people. I always say wisdom because it gives you that practical idea of like, is this person making sense? Like, but then intuition is sometimes is what people don't say. Sometimes it's that energy that you get when you're around them, that feeling you get, like, is this person my type of person? So I'll say you do need those two things when it comes to people. And then one more is actually going to be a point that I gave, because all of these points were things that everyone else said, and I feel like I need to contribute to my own video. What should I add to this? And I feel like, don't be afraid to be your authentic self. Don't be afraid to do that thing that's at the back of your head and you're like, I kind of want to do that, but I feel like people are gonna judge me, or I feel like people are not gonna get it. This YouTube thing that I'm even doing, for me to even ask my friends, ask people from uni, what's your view on relationships, is actually a step out of my comfort zone, because I'm used to just doing my videos privately and then just posting them when I feel to. But obviously all of these people that mentioned amazing points made me realize that I am around the right people, and they do have so much brilliant advice to give you guys. Be true to yourself, be authentic with yourself. So yeah, oh my god, that was so nice. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And also, if you have any recommendations of videos and you have any comments on anything that was said, leave them down below in the comment section. But anyways, until next time.